Happy New Year, creatives, and welcome back to my page. It's 2023, a brand good, beautiful year. We thank God, and we are going to begin the year with a beautiful 2023 calendar design on our smartphone using our Pixellab. So, without wasting much of our time, let's get started. The first thing in every design is always to prepare your background. So, we are going to first of all start by preparing our background to bring in the necessary images or necessary elements for the design. So let's start by giving this background a pure white. Then we come to these three dots. Actually, we come to these three dots up here to set the size of the design. So for this particular design, we're going to use a 2:3 ratio. So the width is 2 and the height is 3. Once you are done with that, click OK. Then we have this. Now come to import. We're going to import this beautiful lady on the beach. We are going to use this for a part of the background. So we click on it, and what you are going to do is to just bring it up a little, then to a relative position, to click on it, centralize everything, then check OK. Come to layer option up here, click on it, then lock it so that it doesn't disturb when we are doing other things. Straight away go to your background, click on it. Let's give this background color a yellow so that we can see what we are going to do. Later in the design we are going to change it. So once you are done with that, click back here, then choose shapes. We have this square, click on it, then come to this max tool. This is a very nice tool that I love so much. So let me show you. It's actually the max tool. So you click on your max tool. What you are going to do is do not enable it yet. Don't click here yet, because if you click, it will already create a shape. You see that? So we are not going to click, just allow it like that. Carefully hold this side, pull it up like this, then bring this one up here and pull this one to this other end. Now we start creating this curve shape, and we push this one here, hold this one like this. Now the secret for this max tool and the Bezier tool is that do not allow the arrows to be too long. When they are too long, you might create a straight line like this, which will not be curved enough. So always keep the arrows at a considerably or at a reasonable length, distance. So let's create that shape that I want to create. Okay, once you create that, now you can enable it, but come here and click on out. So click out to have this, and as you are done with that, click OK, and you have this created. Now reduce the size considerably, and place it somewhere here. Good. Then you copy you come to hold back the shape, click on color, enable your color option, then click on this plus bar because we're going to choose our color from the lady. So let's click on it. Directly you come up here to your color picker, click on the color picker option. We are not choosing this color from this background, okay? We are choosing it from this lady. Actually, at this top end here, this is where all your layers in the design usually show. So once you want to choose a particular color on any layer, what you are you're supposed to do. If it is on the background, you click on it. If it is another layer, what you're just going to do is to click on that particular layer. For this one, we are choosing it from this lady. So hold this small circle and control it to the point where you want the color. Okay, so we want it to be here like this. Then we click OK. Good. Then you come to stroke, enable your stroke and give it a stroke width of 4. Then copy this shape, rotate it like this, and you can push it to this other end here. So we are using our position button to place everything in order. Okay, good. Then come to layer once more, and let's come to layer and lock up everything so that it doesn't disturb. Go to shapes, choose a particular square shape and try to make it look like a rectangle. Then minimize the size and make it fall exactly on the same point where the shape ended, so that we can have some alignment there. Then you give it that particular blue color that you are just from choosing from that lady, so that there is uniformity. Good, we have that. Then use your position button. If everything is not yet plumbed, plumb it well. Let's plumb everything. Okay, good. Actually everything is now plumbed up. Let's as well go and lock it up. Now come to your background and to color. We are going to give this background a white color completely. Okay, good. So we have this white color for our background, and what we are going to do now is to click on shapes, choose this square, increase the radius to about 10 and crop it like this. So let's arrange everything. Then you minimize it. So we want to use a technique, a logic here. Use this shape to cover up this mess. When you look up here, you will see that there is some mess here. Everything is not aligned, but we are going to use this shape to cover our mess here, so that everything looks so plump up. Now everything is good. Then we can lock that shape also. Go to shapes once again, click it, choose this square and make it a rectangle. Make it a rectangle like this. Good. Then let's come to texture. We want to give it a texture. This is where we bring in the calendar now, because we cannot go writing those dates from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until the last month of the year. That's actually going to take us a very long time. So we had this calendar already downloaded from calendar365.com. So all credits goes to calendar365.com. Click on it, and we have this calendar. We're going to crop from it. Click on it, then we crop just the area that we want to use. So crop everything, crop. Once you are done cropping, you can allow it. Now you see that the calendar has automatically pop up on your screen. It's now showing as though it was already in the design. So what you're just going to do is to bring it up a little to the point that you want. Perfect. Now we have everything plumbed up. Go to relative position, centralize it, and then lock it up. So once you are done locking it up, you come to this. Let's write. So we start writing calendar, all in capital letters. and we bring it here. Go to color, give it the same blue color that you had. Then you come to your font, and we are going to give it the Archivo black font. Then reduce the size considerably and place it somewhere, a convenient place. Try to centralize it on that shape. So have this calendar. Then write again 2023. Give it the same color, bring it here. Then you come to your font, and we are going to give it the heavy text font. Then it rotated, so let's undo the rotation. Good. Now let's increase the size because we want it to grab the viewer's attention. So we have this. Let's increase the size again. I think 80 is okay. Hold it using your position tool and plumb it like this. Then you come to spacing, space it out to end exactly on the edge of that calendar. So what we want to do is to have everything to be aligned on this margin. Okay, good. Now we are done with that. Then we can come to shapes, choose a circle this time around and reduce the opacity completely. Then you give it a stroke, but the stroke color should be the same blue that we just created. So reduce the size. Let's reduce considerably. Okay, so we can use a relative tool here to actually reduce the size to our desired point. Go back to shapes, choose a square, a circle. I'm used to with this square, so actually we're going to use a square now, a circle now. Give it the same blue color, minimize it. So let's reduce the size to 1. It should actually be a dot. Place it in the middle of this circle. Good, so that we have that. Now merge everything. You come to your layer here. So you come to layer, then once you are on layer, click here to select. So we select the two shapes, then we click here to merge everything together. Merge. So everything has been merged. What we're going to do now is simply to align it to fall on the same margin. Okay, good. Now we're going to write. So this actually stands for where your mail can for your mail address. So we're just going to write www.mail.com. So if you have a mail address, you can put it there. For this color, we are going to give it a pure black color. Then we come to fonts. I love the Montserrat font so much, so we are going to use the Montserrat regular. Minimize the size, carefully bring it here and plumb it up. Okay, good. Now we copy this, then to your relative position tool, which is this one, click on it and position it and bring it down here. So we want this to fall in the middle. What you can do now is to go and enable your grid lines. Click on the grids in order to make sure that everything falls on the same point. So we have this. You can just bring it down, control it to make sure everything is plumbed. Okay, good. So we copy this and we write brand name. So this is actually where the brand name can fall. Let's make everything to capital letters since it is actually the main thing in the design. So we are done with that grid. You can just click back and the grid lines will disappear. It rotated, we don't want that rotation. Go and undo it. Then we have to go to font. So we'll click back here, come to font, and we are going to give it a font that is bold enough. Good. Now we still have another element to put, so we are going to go back and select on this layer option to select this brand. So we click here and we select the shape for the brand, the shape before the brand and the brand as well. Then we are going to move it. We are not merging it, so we click on this one to move it. So we are moving it gradually to this other end. Okay, perfect. Now what we are going to do is to copy back this shape, then use your position to move it faster. Use your position too. So I'm just going to bring it here. I'm just going to put it on the same spot as that one so that we have the alignment. So carefully control it to this other end. Then you copy it and write contact info. Use your position to plumb everything. Let's give it a pure black. Okay, it's already on pure black. So we have that clearly shown. Okay, good. Now we want to beautify the downside of this design, because the downside is there's so much space there. So what can we do? Let's be creative. So we're going to bring in this shape. Let me start all over. So we go to shapes, choose a square and make it a rectangle, then give it this color, the same blue color, and carefully hold it and pinch it to be minimized up to this point. So we want it to fall on the same margin as to where the calendar is ending, so that there can be some form of alignment. So let's place it here. Good. And use your position now to finish up the alignment work. Good. Let's go back to shapes. We're going to do the same thing. but this time around we are creating a smaller one that can fall just directly below this one. So we have this, I use your position tool and bring it up like this. Okay, perfect. So we have that. Now let's copy this brand name, copy it and write Happy New Year, Happy New Year in capital letters. It rotated, so let's make it white. You see how we are mixing the colors? You have to be very careful with the color arrangement. Now let's align it to fall on the same margin. Alignment is very important, so we are going to use this grid line once again. Let me take it all over. So what I've done is simply to come here, click on this grid, then click on this. Once you click on the grid, this one, once I click on it, then I come and also click here so that I can be able to control these lines, which are my rulers. So I bring it here, then I click back here so that I can be able to do other things without being interrupted by the grid line. So I click back on this Happy New Year and pull it to this end. Let's try to align it so I can, let's see if it can work up there. It's too far, so let's just place it down a little. Okay, perfect, it worked. So this is how we can design a 2023 calendar on our Android smartphone. I believe we all learned something, and if you did, please practice so that it remains with you. Okay, we can hold this other shape. Let's check on it. There is this shape here, this one. So we want to control this shape to fit well at that angle. So let's try something. If it doesn't work, fine. So let's check on the shape. It is actually this one. So let's rotate it a little to see if it can work, because that shape looked so bent. Okay, I think it worked. Good. Now everything is well plumbed out, and it's so cool. So guys, this is how you can design your calendar on your smartphone. As I always like to do, I always love to test so many things. So I'm going to change this background as well. So I'm just going to import and choose this other flower. I choose this flower, then I bring it here like this and send it to back. Once you send it to back, go to layer option, click on layers, then height for the lady, hide it, and you have this showing up. So what you're just going to do is to bring it down. Okay, let's align it like this. Good. So you see, you can change the background to test and see which one suits you depending on your taste. In our next tutorial, we are going to see how we can mock this design on a mock-up using the Photopea application. So kindly subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified whenever such videos are available, for we drop regular content here all the time. Okay, thanks so much guys. God bless you.